So I'm going to go ahead and do I'm going to call this my official first spring garden tour. So I'm going to show you what I've got going on in the beds, and then I've also got some things that are still growing, still working, plus what we're going to be doing today. So here we're starting over here. This is a blackberry bush from the ones that I transplanted a while back. This is one of the ones I got this fall, not the ones from last year. It is doing great. I am just so pleased. These are from Leg Creek, so I definitely recommend them. Stepping back here is my garlic. Some of it is starting to yellow and fall over, but I pulled this one up. I stuck it back in. Hopefully it'll reroot, but they are nowhere near ready to harvest yet. Though they will be ready in July, but they probably need to be trimmed back a little bit. These are green beans, various flowers. I do believe this is bluebonnets. It is almost not bluebonnet season anymore, so I'm not sure if they're going to actually flower in time, but we'll see. This is some of those dahlia bulbs. This looks like a sunflower. Did I put sunflowers in here? I must have. And then here is my grapevines. I did have them in containers, but they were just not thriving very well. So I went ahead and put them in this bed, and in this bed they will stay because it's going to take them a couple of years of getting their roots established before they start fruiting. These are Concord grapes, both of them. Oh, another dahlia. And like I said, I know these are flowers of some kind, but I'm not really sure. I kind of did a little bit of chaos gardening. And I'd like to say that this is the only bed that I did that, but let's keep going over here. Here. Oh, you know what? Sorry. I missed something. This tomato. And no, it is not one of the tomatoes I grew from seed. I actually went ahead and grabbed this from a Trade Days. It is a Neapolitan, I think is how you say that, tomato. And I've got its sibling right here. This one's doing much better. That one was like a little offshoot, and so I separated them and put the other one over there. This is the main plant. You can see it's got some flowers on it, but because I only just planted this a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to pull those off because I'm not ready for it to fruit yet. I want it to keep working on its roots. Marigold. These are just straight up onions. Let me see. Let me pull this one out, see how it's doing. No, still tiny. And I think that is way too deep. But the thing is about these onions is that they are more here as a deterrent because they smell very strongly, and it should repel bugs like the hornworm that will eat up this guy. More green beans. Some snap peas that I think it's about to be too hot for them to actually fruit. But oh, hey, look at that! This one actually fruited. I'm going to pull that out. Yep. I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to eat it. Can I share?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. You want to nibble too, Wayne?
Are there any more in there?
No, just the one. You nibble?
Oh, you did a good job.
Thanks.
Oh, you got a little flower.
Do you like it?
What happened to the flowers of those?
Let's see. So this is a marigold.
Marigold. I think
that one is from seed.
I think these had flowers.
No, these are onions.
Oh, yeah.
You're thinking of the daffodils that were back there.
Yeah, what happened?
It just got too hot. This one I also got at the same Trade Days, and it is a pepper plant. It's called a prism. Sweet mini bell pepper. So I'm hoping these are going to be kind of like those lunchbox ones. I don't know what's been nibbling on it. I'll pull that off for you. And various, again, wildflowers and things in here. More chaos gardening because I have no idea. Ooh, spider friend.
Spider?
Hi, friend.
What kind?
Fun story. I planted some loofah in there, seedlings the other day, and I don't know, that might be one of them right there. And I'm holding two of them. I don't know, the other one might have died because, oh no, there it is, right over there. So I'm holding the two seedlings, right? And I just like stick my hand in the soil to put the seedling in, and where I put my hand in the soil was actually an ant pile in disguise. And I got my hand pretty bit up. You probably can't tell that on camera, but I got really bit. But despite being bit, I'm still standing there with these two seedlings, like, what do I do? So I'm just letting myself be bit while I get those seedlings into the ground, because I'm not going to let those seedlings just, you know, fall on the ground and die. So yeah, that's my story. Ants are in there still probably. I don't know what to do without causing damage to these guys. So anyway, wisteria coming along nicely. Maybe it will actually flower this year. Will you? You think? You think? And over here is where I have all of my snap peas planted. That one was just over there, was just a little small planting with one vine that survived, but this one, lots of lush greenery, but no pea pods. Well, I said that earlier, and we had a pea pod, but I don't see any in this one. Right here in the center, I think that's a potato, because I do have potatoes in this bed. I have potatoes, and I have down here some spinach and some lettuce and onion. Oh, and apparently a sunflower. And also, we planted a couple of honeysuckle, and I don't want to hear it. I know it's invasive, but I don't really care because I love honeysuckle, and it's just going to be confined to this bed. If it will actually grow, because this one died, and this one is struggling. So, anyway. Oh, I don't know. Is it you? Or is it you? I'm pretty sure it's you. Yeah, this is my ghost pepper. And moving on, this is my pride and glory. Look at that beautiful climbing rose bush with the itty bitty pink flowers. They're so pretty. This is another chaos garden over here because the cat keeps coming in and digging in it. Just digging it up. And I don't know what's going on. I tried to put catnip in here because that's my favorite deterrent, but it needs some water. Hopefully it's just being dramatic, and I'll water it, cover it with some shade cloth, and it'll be fine. More snap peas. Loads of sunflowers, because that is the main thing I want here. This is a giant dahlia. Look, oh, is that gonna flower? Are you gonna flower? Are you gonna make a pretty flower for me? But, yep, dahlia. Loads of sunflowers, because I want this bed to have massive sunflowers so that it protects us from, that's west. So it protects the rest of the garden from the hot western sun. I think there's some lettuce in here. Beets and stuff like that, because I did most of my cold plants in here, but it is not cold anymore. Oh, pumpkin. Ooh, we got a pumpkin flower. Hello, beauty. Did not plant it, but also did not discourage it. So, just like all of those over there. These are potatoes in the ground because I ran out of room, and so I just put them on the ground, and apparently they're doing okay, except for this one because I just stepped on it. Oh, it's yellow on the bottom. I wonder what that means. Okay, and over here, besides that giant dog turd, the rest of that is all going to be wildflowers, sunflowers, and the like. All of the cardboard boxes are supposed to be potatoes. I'll just walk over this one because I don't want to go buy the dog poop right now. Yep, potato, potato. The rest of them are all potatoes. These are pumpkins. Again, didn't plant them, not discouraging them either. Let's head back this way with the containers. This container is another blackberry. This is the Arapaho from Lake Creek, also doing quite well. This one was a little baby that was an offshoot of the Navajo one over there. But I decided to put it over here so that they could keep each other company. More potatoes. Can you tell that we like potatoes? Mint. Blueberries, also from Lake Creek. We've got little flowers, but they keep just dropping them and not making any actual blueberries. I think it might be too hot. It's probably too dry. Nope, that is not dry. That's not dry at all. Marigold, and probably gonna have to pull out this pumpkin because it's gonna be a nutrient sucker. So we'll see. More potatoes. Hello, ladybug. This is another blueberry that doesn't seem to be doing as well. What's wrong with you? Are you brittle? Yep, brittle.
There's a dead ladybug.
I did move my parsley into here to give it some company. Also has a pumpkin. Let's go ahead and pull that pumpkin out because it might be competing too much. That's a dead weed.
Yes, I put that in there for ladybugs.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye, pumpkin. Moving on, strawberries. And I believe this is a Cosmo. Strawberry. Should probably grab that one before the ants get it, especially since it's right by the ant bed. More strawberries. More baby strawberries.
Are you gonna finish this?
Garden herbs. Sage, rosemary, oregano. This is one of the older blackberry bushes from somebody that gave me some cuttings last year, 2 years ago, something like that, and a baby. I think it's from this one. And this one got its leaves chewed off by a certain rabbit, but I'm holding out hope. I had another one that was this age, but it didn't come back. More strawberries. Lettuce? I don't remember what I put in here. I'll have to check my notes. And these, I planted bachelor buttons and forget-me-nots, so it could be either one. But the main one, ooh, look at that, strawberry, red strawberry. They're making really tiny strawberries, and that's all we've ever gotten. Every season, we've only ever gotten tiny strawberries, but they are the best strawberries I've ever had. I mean, one bite of this is like worth 3 store-bought giant strawberries because it's so good. This bite?
Sweet but sour.
And more accidental pumpkins, more potatoes, 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 and more accidental pumpkins, more potatoes. And over here I had a project, but it fell down because we had a lot of wind. So I need to figure out how to redo these posts while not destroying what I've got going on here. This is some Timothy grass for the bunnies, some morning glories, and there's supposed to be, and some green beans. And they were all supposed to trellis up this, but yeah, it fell over. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. Here's where my seeds are hardening off, trying to get the most sunshine that they can. This is a planter that I have put lettuce in it so many times and some flowers. These are nasturtium. This is a Cosmo that I just transplanted. This is, again, that bachelor button or forget-me-nots. I'm not sure which. But these are all lettuces. But every time the lettuce starts to germinate, it gets knocked over. So, in case you were wondering if these little stackable planters from Dollar Tree were worth it, they are not. Lavender from that same Trade Days that I got the tomato and pepper from. Another strawberry. This strawberry had been eaten down to the roots by my favorite bunny, and it came back. So it's not going to give us any fruit this year, but it survived. That's all that counts. These are more loofah seedlings, but they're a little unhappy right now. I need to give them a little help. I think the only surviving things in here are peppers and basil. I think these are basil. Maybe they'll make it through. See, they've got some brown on here, but these are all grocery store peppers, if you can believe it. These are the bell peppers that you get from the grocery store, and I planted those seeds, and that's what came out. These are what's left of the tomatoes I planted. Again, oh, and one pepper. It says it's a tomato, but that looks like a pepper. That looks like a pepper. But yeah, this one is okay. That one is not so great. That one's not so great. Yeah, I might just lose this whole season of tomato seedlings that I tried to plant because I don't really know why. I don't know. If you have any of your seed starting secrets to share with me, I would really appreciate them, because this year and years past, I've just not been able to get tomatoes or peppers or anything really to grow from seed. And I would really like to. These are watermelons. Wasn't planning on growing watermelons, but I might have some news coming up soon. And so if that goes through, then watermelons we will have. More peppers that I'm trying to keep them in here as long as possible. But you can see they're not doing very good. This is my, I don't know, I've lost count of how many times I've tried to start these herbs. And then these aren't marked, but this is marshmallow root. I've tried to plant these so many times and I can get them to this size, and then they just dry up and die like within a day. So I'm trying one last time, and then my next resort will be to just direct sow them in the fall and hope for the best next spring. So all in all, you know, there is stuff happening in the garden. I'm really disappointed with my seed starting attempts this year, but I'm still learning, and hopefully this just means that I will do better next year if I can figure out where I'm going wrong. But there are things growing. There are things that are delicious coming out of the garden right now. So yeah, I'm really excited that spring is officially here. It is a really balmy 80 something here in Northeast Texas right now. It is very windy, but I am going to get a few chores done, including putting up a fence to keep my lovely animals out of my raised beds and other animals, and put in a drip system so that when these beautiful April showers stop, I won't have to be out here hand watering every raised bed. So stay tuned for that video coming up.